Kuna, Idaho is one of the top suburbs in Boise, Idaho, and it's gained a lot of popularity over the last couple of years. But is it the right place to live when relocating to Boise? It's going to depend on you, and in this video we're going to find out if Kuna, Idaho fits your lifestyle, fits your needs, and it should be on the top of your list for places to live. We're going to discuss the feel, the community, the things to do, some of the amenities and the housing to see if Kuna, Idaho is one of the best places to live in Boise so that you can decide for yourself when moving here. First of all, Kuna, K-U-N-A, is pronounced Kuna, not Kuna. And the location of Kuna is south of the Treasure Valley, so south of Meridian. It's about a 30 to 35 minute drive to Boise. It's going to be about a 30-minute drive to the airport, 20 minutes to Meridian, and then about 20 to 25 minutes to the Nampa area. Kuna has its own stores and own things within the city, which we'll go over later. But the location of Kuna is great if you like that smaller town feel outside of the big city, with its own amenities for the things that you need, like running errands, while still having access to Boise and Meridian. That's only about 20 to 30 minutes away, which makes Kuna a really desirable location. My name's Brady Fagel. I am a local realtor in the Boise area, and I love helping people relocate to the Treasure Valley. I post 2 videos every week, so if you haven't, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on the Treasure Valley and relocating to Boise. If you have any questions, my number is up on the screen. You can shoot me a text or a call anytime, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Now, Kuna, Idaho is one of the lowest populated cities in the valley at about 30,000 people, but it's also growing at one of the fastest rates at about 9% growth per year. So a lot of people are moving there, and when you talk to people in the Boise area or people relocating here, a lot of people want to live in Kuna. It has that more small town feel. You're gonna have farmland, you're gonna have crops and cows, and a lot of space to breathe around Kuna and the commute to Kuna. But in the town itself, you have quite a few things to do. There's new developments, new houses, you still have the subdivisions. Now, there's not a ton to do in Kuna. It's not gonna be like Meridian or Boise, where you have the village, you have these huge shopping centers, you have Topgolf or the water park or the Boise River Greenbelt, but it still has your local stores. It has Ridley's, your Albertsons. There's still restaurants in Kuna. And it does have Indian Creek, which runs through it. So there's a park and there's walking centers along Indian Creek. Enrique's, which is a popular Mexican restaurant, is also downtown Kuna. So you still have those amenities, 5 to 10 minutes away if you live in Kuna, if you want to do those things on the weekend. And again, if you want to go into Meridian or Boise, it's only a 20 or 30 minute drive. There's also a golf course out in Kuna, Falcon Crest, which has a really nice new development called Trilogy of Valor. And there's a lot of nice new homes going into there. And especially with Falcon Crest moving to what looks like maybe a private club, there's a lot more development going in around that area. Facebook or Meta is also putting about $800 million into the Kuna area. They're building a big data center out there, which could mean a lot of growth for Kuna and some investment opportunity if you're moving to the area. The other nice thing about Meta putting that data center out there is that it's actually may lower some of your taxes on your property in Kuna, because the commercial tax burden hasn't been much in Kuna because there's just not a ton of commercial property. There's not the businesses and the restaurants like there is in Meridian and Boise. So as Meta builds that big data center, it's actually going to lower some of the tax burden on the residents, and it may lower your property taxes for your residential housing, which is a little bit of a plus on top of the investment opportunity and a lot of those new jobs and new infrastructure that comes in. Meta's also investing about $50 million into the sewer and water into Kuna. So a lot of potential there for the Kuna area if you're moving there. The outdoors in Kuna is also an opportunity. You're not too far from a lot of BLM land. You're not too far from the Snake River, just south, which offers a lot of fishing opportunities, swimming, kayaking. You can get out in the outdoors. It may not be like the foothills or the mountains that Boise and Eagle has, but it does have that chance for you to get outside, go for hikes, spend some time on the river. Kuna also has Kuna Days every year where there's parades, there's restaurants, there's vendors, and there is events in Kuna, and it's more of that small town community feel. A lot of the people in community are going to be your awesome small town welcoming people, and a lot of people like that. If that's something that you enjoy, Kuna is definitely a place that you want to live. Now, the housing in Kuna. So it used to be on the much more affordable end. That has kind of moved as it's grown, but the typical home value in Kuna is going to be about $420,000. And there's a lot of new build spec homes coming out there. A lot of new subdivisions have been developed around downtown and on Meridian Road. As you come out to Kuna, there's a lot of subdivisions being developed, and it's growing faster and faster. As I mentioned, that population is increasing quite a bit. With that, Kuna has a lot of options. There's more land options in Kuna, so there is homes on an acre plus in and around Kuna, which if you are looking for land at a more affordable price, Kuna is a really good option. You can get in homes on an acre for $600,000, $600 to $1 million with a nice, livable, awesome home. Whereas if you look in like Eagle or Meridian or Star, those are going to be $1 million plus, pretty much guaranteed. You may find some for $800,000. So if you do want some land, Kuna is also another awesome option. But it still has those smaller homes, your 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom houses with those new developments that I mentioned, and then even some of the older homes around the downtown Kuna area that may have been renovated. You do have those options as well. So you have a wide range of options in the Kuna area. The community I mentioned on the golf course, that's a really awesome option. And there's some new builds coming in there that have a lot of investment opportunity as well. So overall, some awesome communities in Kuna and a lot of options when it comes to housing, especially that land opportunity. When it comes to safety in schools, Kuna is going to be safe. There is a little bit less safety than maybe Meridian, but overall one of the safest cities in the valley. And with that small town feel, you're gonna feel safe in Kuna. It's an awesome place to live. When it comes to schooling, that's one of the downsides of Kuna is, as you will see, some of the school systems in the Kuna school district are a little bit lower rated. So Kuna schooling is about a 3 out of 10 for test taking and a 28% math efficiency. And for reference, Idaho as a whole is a 40% math efficiency, and there's other statistics that are about the same ratio. But just to give you a little bit of an overview, that's kind of how the schooling is in Kuna. But as always, you can call teachers in schools and kind of find out more. But the overall rating in Kuna is the schooling is a little bit less. But if you do commute and you work in the Meridian area or you work in the Boise area and you have kids and maybe you don't feel quite as comfortable with the Kuna schooling, there are public charter schools and private schools in Meridian and Boise that do offer some options there, as you can just drive and drop them off on the way to school. So there's some options if that is a concern for you, but overall the schooling in Kuna is a little bit lower than Meridian or Boise or Eagle. So hopefully this helped you narrow down your search and kind of decide what city you want to live in. If you have any questions on this video or you have more questions, I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to get a text from you. But thank you guys for watching.